Namaskar. Welcome to another episode of Editorial. There are a couple of points I want to make clear before I start my editorial. First of all, this is going to be a longish editorial. Believe me, it's interesting. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this editorial. Number two is I always maintain, and I continue to maintain, and I will maintain that narrative till the end of my days, that a research, good research that is, gives you a direction. It is not affirmative, it cannot confirm that is the result. It cannot confirm numbers. It cannot say a party will win 422 seats or 211 seats. वो सब नहीं होता है. Or the party will be number one. ये सब नहीं होता है. It gives you a direction. Now, the direction is what the people think currently. It is what the people think currently. Normally, what happens is, once you get a direction, strategist, analyst, they convert this direction and they try to work that direction. If they want, they continue. They enforce that direction so that their clients or whoever they are consulting, they get to go to that direction and they win. Or if it is going against them, the direction is going against them, then consultants, strategists, what they try and do is to turn the direction and try to get the direction to their favor. So what I mean is, even after a research is established, it's published, directions change because it's human mind. It's human mind. I want to eat vanilla ice cream could change into I want to eat butterscotch when you reach the restaurant. Now, I'm not saying voting decision is that frivolous, but I'm saying that voting decisions too, a lot of analysts have said that voting decisions, a lot of it happens just before 10 days or 8 days of actual voting. Decisions do change. Decisions have changed. And decisions could change. But that being said, taking an analysis, taking a research and analyzing it, my apologies, I would rephrase what I just said, taking a research and analyzing the research according to your convenience makes you a very bad strategist and makes you a very bad analyst. Because that is not the way a research should be seen. Research should be seen for what the research says. My last point before I get into what I want to discuss with you is, you see, research is not just about numbers. A good analyst will tell you research talks. A good analyst will tell you research has something called as insight. Research has its soul. You have to understand the soul of the research, and once you understand the soul of the research, then the research talks to you fluently. If you do not, you miss the soul of the research, then it is number crunching, and that number can talk the way you want the number to talk. The 3 points I wanted to make. Chalo, let's get into our story. My story is CSDS. CSDS came out with a research which I think is fabulous. A lot of other people have also praised it, but I too think it's fabulously done. Questions are brilliant. Trying to understand the insight of the voters, I think this is one research in a long time that I've seen which is actually deep diving into the insight of the voters. Kyun? Kaise? Kyun? Why are you voting? Why are you not voting? These very fine elements have been covered in this research, and they published their research. 2 parts were published. Part 1 yesterday was more of BJP versus Congress, party nepotism, and so on and so forth, and today it was more clearer. Through and through the research, what was made clear is that this election, 2024 elections, Bharatiya Janata Party has a definite edge. And Narendra Modi is that edge of Bharatiya Janata Party. Very clearly came through. Does that mean that the direction cannot change? No, it doesn't. But as of now, That direction is very clear. This is my editorial. Let's get right into the show. See, I will take you through few parameters. I'll take you through few figures. Then we will deep dive and we will try and form our own analysis of the same. So it'll be fun. Let's get right into the show and we talk about Bharatiya Janata Party versus Congress. Which party is nepotistic? Let us talk with small topics. Which party is nepotistic? Dynastic. My son, my daughter, my dad, my this. Which party is? BJP is less nepotistic than Congress. 25% says that. BJP is as nepotistic as Congress. 24% says that. Not nepotistic at all, 15% says it. And no opinion, 36% says. Now, I want to dwell into this particular analysis. Why, I want to dwell in this is because let's try and figure out how do we understand a soul analysis. The soul of analysis is when you understand that if you look at the numbers right on your screen, the numbers doesn't tell you that people think that BJP is equally nepotistic as Congress. People do not think. People do not think. What's the numbers again? Out of the three parameters, less nepotistic than Congress, not nepotistic at all, and no opinion, all these three parameters, including no opinion, tends to blend towards the fact that BJP is not as nepotistic as Congress. It blends to that fact. And 24% says it's as nepotistic as Congress. It is as nepotistic as Congress. Which means only 24% actually believe that in here BJP is becoming another Congress. The rest, 76%, believes that it is not. Now you will ask me, how are you saying that? 25% only said, no, it is less nepotistic as Congress. But they are not saying they are not nepotistic. They are not. But the fact is, they are still not convinced that BJP has reached the level of Congress. 15% to says that they are not nepotistic at all. And I will talk about 36%, which is no opinion. Now, no opinion should be normally considered as something that is working for the establishment or for the question. I will tell you what I mean by that. If I were to ask you, and you are watching this at 10 o'clock, so I believe that you are watching this in the night. If I were to ask you that, Baba, what time is it? Is it night or is it day? Your answer will be night. If you are unaware of it or you are in some other country, you will say day. But your answer cannot be no opinion. Your answer cannot be हमको नहीं मालूम. हमको नहीं मालूम मने I am not interested. हमको नहीं मालूम मने it is not affected me. हमको नहीं मालूम मने chances are that ठीक है ना यार, it doesn't matter to me. Is BJP nepotistic? Now if I were to ask that question, is BJP nepotistic? What would your answer be? Your answer either will be yes if you want to say that BJP is as nepotistic, as dynastic as Congress. Your answer will be yes, clear yes. Okay. If you say, yeah, they are as nepotistic as Congress, fine, which means that you believe they are not as nepotistic as Congress, which means you saying that no, Congress is more nepotistic, correct? But if you say, I don't know, yaar, hai kya, mere ko nahi malum. No response, I don't know. Means, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care if BJP is nepotistic. Which means that nepotism has not affected me in my decision-making process. Which means either I don't want to believe that BJP is nepotistic, or I don't care whether BJP is nepotistic, or why are you asking me this question, whether BJP is nepotistic? Aayega to Modi. Isn't that a probable insight? That is what I am trying to say when I say that let's get into the soul of a research. Now let's go to the next question. Assessing voter sentiments of BJP's decision to accept tainted leaders from rival parties. Again, a very basic question. चोरी करना अच्छा है If I ask you the question, wouldn't the answer be no? Would your response to me be that मुझे नहीं मालूम, मेरे को क्या मालूम चोरी करना अच्छा है कि नहीं अच्छा है? उसका मतलब क्या हुआ? What does that mean? If you say I don't know whether robbing is right or not, which means you are not so aversive to robbing, isn't it? Would you agree to me? If that is the funda, then I will go to the figures. BJP shouldn't take leaders that have tainted image, says 45% people. 45% people were very clear. BJP shouldn't take people who have tainted image. चोरी करना खराब है, चोरी करना खराब है. 45% people says it. 21% people say nothing wrong. Nothing wrong in taking leaders from parties even if they have tainted image. 21% says. And you know what surprised me? What surprised me is no response is 34%. 34%. Now the same question I ask you. चोरी करना गलत है क्या? 45% से गलत है. 21% से नहीं गलत नहीं है. 34% से मेरे को क्या मालूम? उसका मतलब क्या हुआ? What does that actually mean? Chances are you don't mind if a tainted person joins Bharatiya Janata Party. So that's the way I would look at this. Public views leaders joining Bharatiya Janata Party from opposition. They say they are just protecting themselves from enforcement agencies like ED and CBI. 40% feels that these people jumping na ideology के लिए नहीं jump कर रहा है. They are jumping because they are protecting themselves from CBI, ED and others. Leaders like the party. 27% feels that no, they like the party, Baba. They are very enamored by all of a sudden. Like a lot of these people say, they see Ram and they see Hindutva and they see everything and they jump to the party and all of a sudden till yesterday people were talking about secular. Today says that it's an anti-Hindu party and all that and jumps to Bharatiya Janata Party. 27% feels that that's the case and 27% sees that हमको क्या मालूम? What do we know? We don't know why people are jumping. 27% people says that. Now you start decoding. You start analyzing and let me know. So this is as far as people joining BJP is concerned. How much support for ideology-driven alliance? 45% says is everything is fair in politics. 45% of Indians say that anything is fair in politics. चलता है ना यार. So what, that party and this party have no ideology? चलता है, it is okay. 45%. Political parties should refrain from forming alliance with other parties that are ideologically different. 24% in this country says that Baba, don't. मत करो यार. Don't ally with political parties that are different ideology than you have. And 11% says मेरे को नहीं मालूम. मेरे को नहीं मालूम. What does this number show? This number shows that I'm not talking about a particular party here. I am saying the number shows that we started keeping the interest of our favorite political party before our own interest. We as people have started keeping the interest of our own political party before the interest of our nation. So this entire concept about nation first and patriotism and all, no, you keep that aside because that's not what you're doing. That's not what we the people are doing. We the people are saying that we are okay if you jump ideologies. We the people are saying it's okay if there is no ideology in politics. Politics could be the name of opportunity. We are okay with that. We are saying this. Don't blame any political parties. This entire research is about us. It is not about Bharatiya Janata Party or Congress. I will come to Bharatiya Janata Party and Congress in a while, but it is about us. At some point we are saying that कुछ भी हो, अपना political party जीतना मांगता है, कुछ भी हो. This is where we are coming from. Next thing I want to talk to you about is quota for Muslims. 57% people believes that if government jobs is in the SC category, both Hindus and Muslims should be given reservation. 57% says yes, Hindus and Muslims, SC category, they should be given reservations. 19% says the government jobs, SC categories, only Hindu should be given reservation. 24% says कुछ भी करो यार, मेरे को कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता. Here shows that there is that element of secularism in us. There is that element in fairness in our blood still. It is only 57%. It is not 100%. It is not 90%. 57%. But there is that element of fairness in us. That's what this research says. This is what my opinion is. You could be different. My opinion doesn't mean that that's the right opinion. Your opinion could be different, but this is what I would feel. So, but all the same, this is what people feel. Let me talk about caste census. What people feel about caste census and why Congress is conducting caste census. Using it as political tool, 32% feels that Congress is using caste census as political tool. 24% feels that Congress India is serious about caste. 24% feels that way, expressed no opinion 28%, and not aware of caste census 16%. So caste census, not so many people, though 32% feels that it is Congress is doing and India is doing for their own benefit. I said NDA, I'm sorry, it is supposed to be India, my apologies. But 24% says that Congress India, that is India Alliance, is serious about caste census. So overall, this particular field, if you actually analyze this particular field, people are okay with caste census. People are not very aversive with caste census. So, Bharatiya Janata Party this time couldn't score a goal, saying that ye politics ke liye kar raha hai. They couldn't score a goal, though that number is 32. Again, like I told you, you have to read the research. You have to read the research, not just the numbers. So, read the research and you will know what I am trying to say. Now, whether you agree to it or not is a different issue, but you will know what I am trying to say. So, okay, this is broadly what happened yesterday. There's a lot more. There's a lot about unemployment, because one of the biggest problems in India is unemployment, and that has come through. So, there are a lot more. But this was what happened yesterday. Broadly, even yesterday, I had mentioned that this is not really going India Alliance way, this is going the Bharatiya Janata Party way, because people says ED use karta hai, CBI use karta hai, chalega, doesn't matter. Ideology hai, no ideology hai, doesn't matter. People jump from one party to another, doesn't matter. Most of the things doesn't matter. Kharab hai, but doesn't matter. Till such time that my favorite party wins. This is what the general understanding is. And therefore, whose side is all of this going to is anybody's guess. Now let me tell you what they published today. And today, I think it was very, very clear. Vote choice. If elections were held today, here, right now, if there were elections, Congress Party 21%, Congress Allies 13%, BJP 40%, BJP Alliance 6%, BSP 3%, Left 2%, others 15%. If elections were done today, Bharatiya Janata Party and its allies will win. Today. Though the margin is not humongous, let me tell you. But there is a clear edge for Bharatiya Janata Party. Clear edge for Bharatiya Janata Party. And somewhere down the line, I feel, looking at everything that's happening and what I'm going to tell you in the next couple of slides, the reason is Mr. Narendra Modi. Point number 2, who prefers Bharatiya Janata Party? Let me tell you, 22% poor prefers Congress, 12% poor prefers Congress allies, 39% poor prefers Bharatiya Janata Party, 4% poor prefers Bharatiya Janata Party allies, and 24% prefers others. Here too, the poor prefer Bharatiya Janata Party. So, whether it's a good suggestion or not, whether it's a good recommendation or not, or whether it's a good step or not, the free ration and things actually worked. Ladli Behna worked. Lot of Bharatiya Janata Party schemes worked. 39% plus 4% allies. So 43% of poor feels that they would vote for Bharatiya Janata Party. 22% feels that they would vote for Congress, 14% Congress allies, 39% Bharatiya Janata Party, 5% Bharatiya Janata Party allies. I'm not going to talk about others. Middle class, 20%, Congress, 13% allies, 40% Bharatiya Janata Party, 7% allies. Upper class, 20%, Congress, 12%, allies, 45%. I have no doubt about these numbers, 11% BJP allies. Technically, every segment is pro-Bharatiya Janata Party. So if I were to look at it from a marketing perspective, I don't have a segment that I can really say that I can enlarge it, or I can focus and make it grow, or I can focus and segment that market and penetrate that market. I don't really have a segment here. I stand more of the places. If I am Congress, I stand 22, 22, 20, 20. Whereas Bharatiya Janata Party, I stand 39, 39, 40, 45. So Bharatiya Janata Party has a clear edge over Congress any day. Any day. So this is what it looks like. So the point is, it is not a particular sect of audience that is supporting Bharatiya Janata Party. It is all socio-economic classification that is supporting Bharatiya Janata Party. Now comes to a very important slide. Party we will vote for in 2024 Lok Sabha election. Which party will I vote for? North and West. North and West says 24% says we will vote for Congress. Last time around, Congress got 22%. That is 2019, they got 22%. Congress allies 16%. BJP 47% says that we will vote for Bharatiya Janata Party. Last time they got 48%. So the difference is hardly 1% for Bharatiya Janata Party, but it is going down. Congress, the difference is 2%, but it is going up. So this is a good sign for Congress. If I were to look at it from a Congress perspective, this is a good sign. If I have to look at it from Bharatiya Janata Party perspective, they have to do a little more work here. Okay, Congress perspective good is because like I told you in the socio-economic classifications or economic classifications, poor, middle class, upper middle class, so on and so forth, where every classification was for Bharatiya Janata Party. Every class, Bharatiya Janata Party was leading. Congress was leading in no class. So there was no gap to enter. Here, there is a gap to enter because here you are going up in North and West. Chances are you could work on this and probably make your mark better. South, 23% is what they're expecting. 23% of voters said that they will vote for Congress. Last time it was 20%. This time around, 25% said that they will vote for Bharatiya Janata Party. Last time it was 18%. So this thought about Bharatiya Janata Party may grow in South, at least from the research, it looks as if chances are that Bharatiya Janata Party may get more vote share in South than what they got before. So this is something that Bharatiya Janata Party should be very happy about. East and Northeast, 14% says that they will vote for Congress. Last time it was 12% and 42% says that they will vote for Bharatiya Janata Party. Last time it was 34%. So a clear gain of close to 8% for Bharatiya Janata Party in East and Northeast. A clear gain of close to 7% in terms of South for Bharatiya Janata Party and a clear gain of 3% in terms of South for Congress and a clear gain of 2% for Congress in East and Northeast. So no much gain for Congress, but Bharatiya Janata Party actually gaining in these areas. So this is where party preferences across the region stands. Now let us come to the key factor. Why did I tell you that Modi is playing a very important role in these elections? Modi is becoming bigger. Modi is bigger than Bharatiya Janata Party. Why am I saying this? Because the choice of Prime Minister Narendra Modi is 48%. 48% people wants Narendra Modi. 27% people wants Rahul Gandhi. 3% Arvind Kejriwal, 3% Mamata Banerjee, 3% Akhilesh Yadav and 6% others. So 48% and 27%. You see, I'll give you my honest opinion. Whenever we talk about two brands, whenever we talk about competing brands, when one brand's popularity is double the other brand's popularity, for the brand two to take over that number one brand popularity is going to be a difficult job. We can talk about EVM, we can talk about everything else till the cows come home. We can talk about everything else. We can talk about ED, IT, EVM, whatever, whatever one talks about. But something which is right is the fact that Narendra Modi is popular in India. 48% people wants to see him as Prime Minister. 48%. And this is the biggest strength of Bharatiya Janata Party. With all the unemployment, with all the killing of democracy, all the kind of dictatorship as people call it or whatever, everything on one side, people of India wants to see Narendra Modi as Prime Minister. This can't be manipulated by EVM, no. This is research, no. The people went and asked, no. And CSDS is an organization that I think across board people respect. This 48% is what is making Bharatiya Janata Party tick. This 48%. This 48% is what people say that ठीक है, tainted आदमी लोग जा रहा ना जाने दो, मेरे को नहीं मालूम चलेगा. This is that 48% that is making people say that it is okay. ठीक है, if you are using CBI, CD and all that, ठीक है, it is okay, it is fine. This is that 48%. This is the 48% where people say that ideology नहीं चलेगा, it doesn't matter. जीतना मांगता है, politics है ना. This is that 48%. कुछ भी हो. I want my popular leader sitting in that chair. For which if he using some method which is bad, I am willing to ignore it. Whether that is right or whether that is wrong, you decide. You decide as people because you have decided all this. You have decided all this. Whether you are for it or not, it is you, people amongst us who have decided all this. So, you decide all this. But the reason is that 48% popularity of Narendra Modi. That 48% popularity of Narendra Modi is making this country accept anything till such time that he comes to power. Whether, like I told you, whether it is ideology, killing of ideology, democracy, chalta hai. People have said this. People have said this. Chalo, let's go next. Interesting, very interesting. Most popular work of Modi's government. The most popular work of Modi government, 23% people feels in India that the most popular work of Mr. Narendra Modi is Ram Mandir in Ayodhya. So Ram Mandir has worked. Ram Mandir has worked. Employment or no employment? Graduates, IITians getting no jobs, it's okay. Ram Mandir happened. 23% of us, you and me, we say that the biggest work that Narendra Modi government did is Ram Mandir. Related to employment, 9%. Poverty alleviation, 8%. India's international image, 8%. Creating better infrastructure, 5%. Hindutva, 5%. Tackling issues of development, 4%. So, Samruddhi highway and all, 5%. That good highway, very good highway and all, 5%. That is exactly why Nitin Gadkari is not as popular as Narendra Modi. Nitin Gadkari was crusader, no, for all that. He is not as popular as Narendra Modi. Narendra Modi is the most popular person, and the reason why Narendra Modi is popular because he built a Ram temple. 23% says it. That's what India is. That's what India wants, and that's what India is going to get. Right, wrong, otherwise, that you decide, Baba. The least popular initiative is price rise, inflation, 24%, increase in unemployment, 24%, poverty, 10%, dealing with corruption, 7%, development issue, 4%, promoting communalism, 3%, issue related to farmers, 3%, bad governance, 2%, lack of economic growth, 2%, poor condition of road transport, 2%, other issues, 6%. All this, ठीक है, 48% Modi. आएगा तो Modi. You said it. This is what you all are saying. This is what people of India says. Unemployment hai 27%, 24% unemployment bad, inflation bad. Inflation is very bad. But that's all okay. So this is what the research says. The reason I am emphasizing on this is because end of the day, I think a lot of y'all may not feel good about this. A lot of y'all may feel very elevated about this. It's not the question of whether we are elevated or we are feeling bad. The thing is, we need to understand that everything is not a conspiracy theory. Everything is not a conspiracy theory. Somewhere down the line, as people, we are okay if we get our Ram Mandir. We are okay if there is unemployment, but we get our Ram Mandir. We are okay if we get, if our prices, inflation is humongous, but we are okay if we get our Ram Mandir. We are okay if the roads and all are good. We are okay. We are happy with that. But Ram Mandir, that is the happiest. So somewhere down the line, that's what we want. So somewhere down the line, I link Modi's 48% popularity with the fact that he stood and he, with all the criticisms, he went and did that Pran Pratishtha. That was the video op. That is what associated Narendra Modi to Ram Mandir, and that's the maximum mileage that he got. LK Advani In recent times, Ram Mandir, the issue was a long-drawn issue right from 1946. But L.K. Advani did the Rath Yatra, Supreme Court allowed the Ram Mandir to be built. Narendra Modi did the Pran Pratishtha. Narendra Modi got the mileage of it. Let's face facts. This is what we accept. This is what we want and this is what we got. While we can again go out and create theories about other things. Now, this is where we stand. Now, let me re-emphasize what I just said. Why am I saying that Modi's biggest strength is that he built Ram Mandir? Why am I saying that? I am saying that because of this next table, because of this next research. So if you are going by the research, then let's go by the research in its totality. You see, when it comes to Modi's guarantee, overall, 56% trusts Modi's guarantee, 49% trusts Rahul's guarantee. 49% thinks that Rahul Gandhi bhi sachi bolta hai baba. 57% thinks that Modi's guarantee is correct. Now, you have to view this from the previous perspective. The previous perspective where Modi versus Rahul Gandhi's, look at that slide. Popularity of Modi is 48%. Popularity of Rahul Gandhi is 27%. So popularity is double or almost, that is double of Rahul Gandhi. But when it comes to trust, Modi is not that different to Rahul Gandhi. 7% says, I don't know. I want to believe, like I told you earlier on, I want to believe a lot of these 7% may really not be bothered about Modi's guarantee. They don't know what Rahul's guarantee is. They may not be bothered about Modi's guarantee. But the difference is 56% and 49%. 7% difference. This 20% difference is not showing here. Which means that it is not the trust factor that is getting Modi's popularity. Can we conclude that? It is not the trust factor that is getting Modi's popularity. The popularity for Modi is coming from somewhere else. And that's this, the Ram Mandir, which is the biggest achievement of Modi. So these are very clear links, and that's the beauty of good research. It gives you a clear picture if you actually read it well. So that's the point I'm saying. And yeah, I mean, people of the age of 18 to 25, 58% trusts Modi's guarantee, 53% trust Rahul's guarantee, 26 to 35, 55 and 52, 46 to 55, 56 and 47, above 55, 52 and 41. So yeah, I mean, more or less, there is above 55, the gap is slightly higher, but otherwise, more or less, it's the same. Village 58, 49, town 49, 48. In fact, town feels that Modi's guarantee and Rahul's guarantee is more or less the same. Important. City 48, 44. Poor 51, 44, lower middle class 54, 50, middle class 56, 53, upper class 62, 44, upper class purely with Modi, no doubt, no difference, no surprises either. So that's there. Educated illiterate 49, 39, primary pass 56, 48, metric pass 59, 52, 12th pass 57, 51, and college and above 55, 51. So as the education level grows, trust of Modi and Rahul is almost similar. It is get closer and closer. So Modi's trust is always more, but it is coming closer when it comes to Rahul also. So this is the fact. So एक चीज clear, popularity doesn't equal trust. That is very clear. And popularity is not coming from the trust factor either. That is also very clear. Okay, now let's go further. Should the government get another chance? Pointed question. That's why I said this research is fabulous. Pointed question, should the government get another chance? 2004, 48% had said yes. And 2004, the government didn't get another chance. In 2009, 55% had said yes. The government got another chance. 2014, only 23% had said yes. That government, UPA, didn't get another chance. 2019, 47% said yes. And that government got another chance. This time around, 44% is saying yes. What does that mean? You decide. Reason of re-electing the incumbent government, good work 42%, welfare schemes 18%, Modi is a great leader 10%, construction of Ram Mandir 8%, removing Article 370 6%, India's international image 4%, protection of Hindu interest Hindutva 4%. So good work is a very generalized term. Welfare schemes, which could be your free ration and others, 18%, and construction of Ram Mandir figures in at 8%. and the fact that Modi is a great leader comes in at 10%. So, end of the day, I stick to what I said. If you look at the overall research, Modi's popularity equals to the fact that Ram Mandir was constructed. Modi's popularity also comes from maybe removing Article 370 and Hindutva and all that. One doesn't deny it. But the current popularity, the surge in popularity that it saw currently comes purely from the fact that Ram Mandir was consecrated and Modi was doing the Pran Pratishtha. That was the single largest factor for Modi's current popularity. Does this mean that this is all done? Bharatiya Janata Party is definitely going to come back in 2024? The direction looks that. But like I told you before, and I repeat myself, only God Almighty can decide whether this is actually going to happen the way it is. Decisions change, especially in elections. Decisions change. Some strategies may work magic 5 days before the elections. Some offers may work magic 5 days before the election. This offer could not only come from Bharatiya Janata Party, it also could come from the India Alliance. So, as of now, this is how it looks. Is there an opportunity for India Alliance? Of course, there is an opportunity for India Alliance. Is there a platform with which India Alliance can build its story, its offers? Yes, there is a platform with which India Alliance can build its story, its counter. Of course, it can. But whether they do it and whether they do it effectively is what needs to be seen. As of now, Bharatiya Janata Party is cruising ahead, and the reason for Bharatiya Janata Party cruising ahead is not Yogi, is not Amit Shah, is not Rajnath Singh, is not Gadkari, and it is neither the Sangathan, neither the organization. It is Narendra Modi. This is what I conclude from this research. Till I see you next time, Namaskar. Till I see you next time, Namaskar.
Stay ahead with our cutting-edge news app. Instantly access the latest shorts in just 1 minute and breaking news in just 50 words. Download now for a smarter, faster news experience.